Hey folks, it's Soul to keep you up to speed on what's up this week in Warcraft, and maybe I'll be accurate this time. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful stuff like this, and like the video for the sake of that YouTube algorithm, and let's begin. First, a hotfix to maybe pay attention to. Apparently, the Shard of Tel, which randomly applies a damage bubble on friendly targets, was not working right and has since been fixed. At first I was like, okay, that's cool, this shard, it hardly does anything, this should be great. So I jumped into a Raid Finder Sylvanas fight and tried it out. According to this, it did 2% of my healing. Okay, why are we here? That's right, we're here to talk up the first entry into Legion Timewalking, and it's going to be here for the next 2 weeks, giving you something to do while you wait. Get what I mean? Before you end walk, you time walk. But anyway, let's talk about what to do during this event. First up, Timewalking Dungeons. The rotation includes Blackrock Hold, Court of Stars, Darkheart Thicket, Eye of Ashara, Notharian's Lair, and Vault of the Wardens. For the regular old Timewalking queues, it's all very familiar. You can queue up for this at level 50. Your level and your item level is scaled down to Legion level. Your abilities are intact, and there's a weekly quest that will get you normal difficulty raid loot, yada yada yada. Also, everything goes, including your Covenant abilities and Heart of Azeroth, all that stuff is usable. The gear you get out of these are some modest 184s, not very impressive considering other sources of gear that you can buy or have traded from your mains, but it's no big deal. The Timewalking vendor for Legion is located at the flight deck near the mailbox, or at least, well, it should be. I would tell you the items that are included, but frankly, I'm scared to be wrong, so I'd rather just direct you to where you can find out. And as a bonus, the Darkmoon Fair is in town. The anniversary buff might be gone, but the Darkmoon Fair provides a helpful buff for getting extra reputation, including during Legion Timewalking Dungeons. Mythic Plus Timewalking will be a thing as well. To get started, you just need to head over to the Great Vault, and this NPC should be able to give you a Timewalking Keystone, and the level should be the same as the regular Keystone that you'd receive from the Vault each week, or again from this NPC in case you missed a couple weeks. The level 10 and higher affix for Mythic Plus Timewalking is called Infernal, which is pretty simple. There's a beacon that you click on, and you've got to beat up a bunch of bad guys. If you don't click the beacon, the next boss you encounter will trigger a nearby beacon, and you've got to fight them all anyway. Unlike regular Timewalking, Mythic Plus Timewalking Dungeons will scale to your level, meaning obviously this is going to be max level content. Legacy features like the Heart of Azeroth and Essences will not work here, but Shadowlands features will. That's because dungeons you clear here will count towards your Great Vault rewards. The only catch is that the loot table will not include Legion gear. On the other hand, the gear that you obtain from completing each Mythic Plus dungeon in Legion Timewalking is upgradable based on your Mythic Plus score. Finally, Legion Timewalking brings us the return of the Mage Tower Challenge, remixed into an evergreen feature with new rewards. There are 7 challenges based on the 36 specializations and 12 classes. Completing the challenge per class will award a class set recolor based on the Tomb of Sargeras. Completing all 7 challenges, which means you need multiple characters to do this, will award a spellbook mount. Completing the Mage Tower on all 36 specializations earns you a special title and the hella bragging rights. Mage Tower Timewalking comes with its own special set of rules as well. In this case, no expansion features work at all. No soulbinds, or covenant powers, or Heart of Azeroth. The last we know of on the PTR though, this rule does not apply to gear, so we can use old trinkets, old gear pumped full of gem slots, or old legendaries if those help too. Engineers who are painfully aware that the Goblin Glider does not work in instances, it will work in the Mage Tower once again. So there's quite a bit to do, and plenty of time to do it, at least until it's gone. I'm sure it won't be long until we start getting comments about how we shouldn't have to wait months for Timewalking to fully rotate. And you know what? I'll start. We shouldn't have to wait months for Timewalking to fully rotate. There, all in a day's work. This week's PvP brawl is Temple of Hot Mogu, where you pick up orbs and hold on to them for as long as you can. Or you can toss them to your allies and watch them get annihilated within seconds. If you got a tank in your group, make them into your focus and just toss the ball to them every chance you get. Haha! This week's Mythic Plus affixes are Tyrannical, Bolstering, and Explosive.
Fuck.
This actually makes me wonder. I did not check this out during the PTR. What are the Timewalking affixes going to be outside of Infernal? Because if the affixes are the same between each Mythic Plus version, I totally understand. But if they're different, well then, hey, Legion Mythic Plus, how you doing? You know what I mean? Last week, we got our first in-game look at patch 9.2 on the PTR. I'm just speaking for me here, but I'm fairly impressed, and I do like that the final zone of this expansion is not some gloomy hellscape or a bipolar remix of an old zone. Not even saying that those were so awful either, but this is just nice. And look at that water, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. Real talk though, I bet there are actually some pretty weird shenanigans behind this, but whatever. I'm not going to spoil you here, but it looks like 9.2 will follow 9.1 with the idea of skipping introductory content and let you immediately get into farming for whatever it is that you need in this patch. Probably one of the bigger takeaways from last week. This week, we hope to get our first look at the cipher of the first ones. While it's not a feature that'll get us item level, it'll play a big part for those of us interested in outdoor content, exploration, and cosmetics. If it is testable, you can join me on stream for that, or just for a chat. I'm always up for it, and I thank you for coming. Don't forget to like the video because you are great, and I will see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.